Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the AVS show. My name is Charlie Dior.
Yazzie.
Odera, who is channeling her producer's vibes. I'm feeling so rich
I
right
cannot take
now.
her seriously. Can you please
The
take that
only thing
off?
is that our producer is more humble, and I'm not in the mood to feel humble. I'm rich, and I want
She's
y'all to
on the
know.
rich chick
so
status
rich.
today.
Odera, guess what? Our viewers would like to see your beautiful face, so please take that off.
Well, just because it's you people.
Forgive her.
The
All
future
right?
was too bright. You have to put on
That's the
sunglasses.
glasses.
Let them know the designers, Odera.
Hey, I can't put this Millie. This is expensive.
Millie Rock.
This Millie. And these glasses are it's Prada.
Abba.
It's Prada.
Which kind of
Prada.
Abba? Go away.
The AVS coins is coming in, I see.
Yeah.
Hey.
Is there something you're not telling
All right,
us?
Timani, can you introduce yourself?
Oh, the man.
Jeez.
She forgot now. She took my shine.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to be like,
Remember, you guys got married, so maybe now she's taking all of your
But it's not for
shine after
public.
you got married.
Now,
Why are you
sorry,
getting our
sorry.
business out there?
Sorry,
Oh my
sorry.
All right, so
God.
we are kicking and we are laughing today, but today's topic is really, really serious. We're going to dig into another controversy that is going around in Hollywood today and also in real life. It's about Morgan Freeman. So, Timani, can you tell us what we're talking about?
Yes, Morgan Freeman right now is no longer a free man because we have 8 ladies and 8 witnesses, making it 16 ladies that have come out to say that in the course of his career that there was a time he carried out some sexual misconduct. Yes. So one of the ladies said it was one of the movies in like 2015, and one of the very touching and serious story is that she said that he was not just flirting with her, he was trying to check if she was wearing an underwear by raising up her skirts. That was how CNN put it. So Morgan Freeman released a statement a few days after that, and this was what he said in his statement. He said, "I am devastated that 80 years of my life is at risk of being undermined in the blink of an eye. All victims of assault and harassment deserve to be heard, yes, and we need to listen to them. But it's not right to equate horrific incidents of sexual assault with misplaced compliments or humor. I admit that I am someone who feels a need to try to make women and men feel appreciated at ease around me. As part of that, I would often try to joke with and compliment women in what I thought was a light-hearted and humorous way. Clearly, I was not always coming across the way I intended, and that is why I apologized. And I will continue to apologize to anyone I might have upset, however unintentionally. But I also want it to be clear, I did not create unsafe work environments. I did not assault women. I did not offer employment or advancement in exchange for sex. Any suggestion that I did so is completely false." So what do
Well,
you
I
guys
gotta
think?
say that because I don't know which is which. Because one sentence you're saying that I didn't intend, right? I did it, but that wasn't my intention. And then in the next sentence you're saying that I didn't do it. It was just humor. For me, it depends on what you define as sexual harassment. So what you might feel like it's harassment, I might feel like I was just playing with you. So you have to know your limits. You have to know who you are dealing with. First of all, Morgan Freeman, I don't remember you being a comedian. I remember you being the American grandfather, the voice of God. I don't remember you being a comedian. So don't even use that route, first of all. Don't use it. So you said about 16 women came out.
Yes, 8 women and 8 witnesses.
8 witnesses. This
Right.
goes to show you, I mean, for me, the lesson here is keep your hands to yourself and mind your comments. Mind your comments. Yes, it's free speech, but you have to mind what you're saying because somebody can
Then it's
somebody
not
can be
free
very
speech, is it?
uncomfortable. Somebody
anymore.
but somebody can be uncomfortable with it. So that's the thing. Somebody can be uncomfortable with it. Harassment is you don't want it. You don't want that.
No,
So
but
what
really,
is he
can you
being
really call
accused
it
for?
harassment?
What
They're
exactly
accusing
is-
him of sexual misconduct.
yes.
You understand that he has used words inappropriately. There's a video that's also online of a lady he was interviewing.
Yes.
He was interviewing him.
Yes.
And he said something about her and it was like, oh, I wish I was there. And she
yes.
was
But that
pregnant.
was not okay. Wait, did you watch that video? Did you watch that
If
video?
I didn't watch it, how will I be talking about it?
But then,
No,
you
does
said
that
he said it to her. He didn't say it to her. His colleague was right next to him said that he went somewhere. That is not the first time that he mistakenly called somebody pregnant. That he went somewhere and he actually asked the lady how many months along, and the lady was like, oh, I'm not pregnant, and it was a very awkward situation. All of them laughed, and he said, I wish I was there to see it. And
that wasn't it. That's not the interview that he's
That's
referring
what he
to.
was talking
No,
about.
that's not the interview that he's referring to. There was a trans woman that was interviewing him, and he made a comment. It's online. You can go online as well. It was about what's underneath that dress, something like that.
And it was
because,
like, oh Lord, how can these
it's
women
like,
wear such short
He reminded
skirts?
me, when this all came out, he reminded me of that old creepy man that lives, that your neighbor, that old creepy neighbor that when you walk out to go to Saturday classes, watching you like, hey lady, it's very creepy-ish. It's very creepy-ish. When I saw that video, I'll show it to you right after. I felt uncomfortable. I really felt uncomfortable. So you have to mind what you're saying, especially in this Me Too movement where everybody's watching everybody's movement and everybody's watching what you're saying. You have to watch what you say. You just have
Because
to.
these days you don't even know when your compliment is too much.
Yes.
And you should be able to read the person you're complimenting. When you compliment people, what did happen? When you
Listen,
compliment people,
really
read
having a
their
serious
reactions.
conversation.
Everything you guys are saying here right now, I just want to put these glasses on and I want to go to sleep. And that's just because this is all just a bunch of like Me Too things going on. For me, this is just another thing trying to diminish all the hard work that this black man has put in. And this is another way for them to just destroy his legacy. You guys can have this discussion. Me, I'm wearing these, what did you say these are? Prada? These Prada
Reach
glasses.
out to the bullshit.
Exactly.
Because to me,
That's
it's
what this
absolute bullshit. My problem with this thing is, listen to me, I will never victim blame. Every man should know, like, wait for consent. Rape is bad. Stop touching women when nobody asks you to touch them. But my issue is, why does this come out years after? Yeah, listen, I understand that immediately it happens. There's rape tension. Do you understand all the psychological things that come? But to me, it just feels like if you didn't say something, if you never said something then, and you were willing to keep quiet about it so long, what is motivating you? Why has your shame all of a sudden gone?
Because Bill Cosby was found guilty, so now everybody thinks that they can come out and they can say whatever and they can do whatever.
I feel like besides, as we are educating people on rape is bad, on the need. Thank you. As we're educating men on hey, rape is bad, hey, sexual misconduct is bad, we should also educate women to speak up immediately. Don't allow these men get to high positions of power if you know that they're dirty old men. If they're dirty men, don't allow them get fat. Why would you sit down and see this man like, oh, that man touched my breast, and you're okay with him moving forward? No, talk about it, because you also, as a victim, you also have a responsibility to make sure your fellow woman doesn't go through the same thing again.
I like your point, because I was trying to explain the situation. I wasn't taking sides yet. Because first of all, Morgan Freeman has not been accused of raping anybody. It's just sexual misconduct. But what I feel, which I will say unapologetically here, is that some people are taking advantage of the hashtag #MeToo
That's my
right
point.
now. They just feel like, oh, this thing is working for this person. There was a time I was with this guy some time ago. I could use that. It could work. Let me call a lawyer. Maybe it could work. Maybe I can get some money out of it. That's what's happening. That's the bitter truth.
No. Those little examples of there are some people that are taking advantage. Those are everywhere. You could find that in every movement.
Hold on.
But let me finish, please. You could find that in every movement, right? This idea of us saying that this is just another way of bringing a black man down, I don't always agree with it. I don't always, because that you, in a way, you are giving passes to this man. You are giving passes to this man because, oh, don't attack Morgan. Oh, not Morgan Freeman.
Charlie.
That's a great man. No,
Charlie.
if I don't care who it is. It could be Morgan Freeman or Morgan No Man. If you assault somebody, you're going to be brought to justice.
Charlie.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm not saying he's guilty, but because we live in America, he's innocent until proven guilty. But the same way they took Bill Cosby and the jury and all of that, they should take him as well.
In America, you are guilty until proven innocent.
T-Money, can I say something, Charlie?
In America, you are guilty until proven innocent.
Charlie.
Imagine just allegations and he's already been ripped off all his endorsements.
No, he just went back to work.
Visa,
He just went back.
That's his own personal project.
No, he just went back to
Visa
work.
company has removed him from commercials and many other things.
Yeah, because they don't want to
Can I
be
say something?
associated with somebody
What
that
if
has
it's
been
not true?
accused of sexual
since we started,
assault.
only the
I
two
thought
of
you
you
don't
are
want to
talking.
say something.
Is it the Charlie and T-Money show?
Yes,
Let me know.
it should.
You
Because
wanted
I
to
really
put
don't
on
even want to
glasses.
talk about this. I can get up and
sorry.
leave now if it's just the Charlie and
Bye.
T-Money show. Because
Charlie.
this topic is just getting too redundant for me. And the point that I was trying to make is, I've worked in corporate environments, been in all kinds, but we all know people make jokes. Sometimes the jokes are not funny. People make racial jokes, sexist jokes, all kinds of jokes. And sometimes, yes, it makes you feel uncomfortable. But when it makes you feel uncomfortable, if this man didn't rape you, didn't force you in a corner, didn't put a gun to your head, the minute he said something that made you feel uncomfortable, I'm sorry, you stopped the interview. I'm sorry, Mr. Freeman. I can't continue this interview right now. I feel uncomfortable. None of these 8 women ever felt uncomfortable. And isn't it so weird that there are 8 victims and there's also 8 witnesses?
So
why is all of this coming now?
So
convenient. I'm not saying, let me finish, you've been talking.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it is appropriate for men to make sexist jokes or whatever. With my body type, everywhere I go, men make jokes, people. Do I go and report them? No, I let them know. I'm like, no, I'm not comfortable with you saying that. And it never happens again. Don't talk to me and it never happens again.
Okay.
You know? But hey, if the person was Morgan Freeman, I would take that opportunity and be like, you know what? This is a way for me to get money. That's what that it is. That is what it is. It's not about, and the sad part about it is that this is bad for actual victims because there are actually women out there that really get raped. There are actually women out there that suffer abuse where they don't have a choice. Every single day they're suffering from verbal abuse and real sexual misconduct. And it's just rather unfortunate that because of money, people are doing this.
Yeah.
And
Because
that's
right
a
now
fact.
it feels like people are abusing the
Yes,
privilege.
the Me Too
because
thing.
that's what's happening. If
Even
you claim,
Amber Rose has come out about it, and we all know that Amber Rose is like the #1 woman, the woman supported. She supports women in abuse. She does her slut walk thing, and she has even come out to say that like the Me Too movement is just becoming. It's people are turning it into something else.
So let me establish, jumping off of what Charlie was saying, let me establish that for one thing we do need to point out is that there is a lot of inappropriateness amongst men in the black community that we don't talk about enough. There's a lot of pedophilia because as you're talking about that creepy uncle, I had like a creepy neighbor, right? I had the creepy uncle, creepy old man, creepy neighbor. I had a teacher, you know this thing where they do your hand? When I was in secondary school, I had a math teacher. I went to an all-girls secondary school. We had a math teacher that used to do this to us when we were in JS3. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's everywhere and it's not addressed enough. So in secondary school, at an early age, I developed a mechanism to avoid that man because if he sees me in public and shakes my hand and is doing this in the middle of my hand, I'm like, I don't want to imagine what's going to happen if I'm left in his office alone after hours. So when I see him, I do like I'm not here and I run the other way. Do you understand what I'm saying? We don't talk enough about how African men are inappropriate a lot of times. Black men.
Is it an African thing?
No, just as if you had let me finish, I would have included everybody. Black men, all men are inappropriate at specific times.
Then another word, it's not an African thing. Secondly, it's not a gender thing. People in position of power, male or female, can take advantage of their subordinates. Let's stop making this thing a gender thing. Because when men, because if men come, they will laugh at them. When men come out and talk about, when men come out and talk about same situations, similar situations, they are laughed at.
Yes.
They don't take them seriously. So let's face facts. It's not a gender thing, and it's not a racial or race or how they speak the English thing.
But how often does it happen?
All right, so let me go now
As
because
often as
everybody
people
has
come
gone.
out,
So
women come out more.
So let me go. I've been quiet listening. The same way you are tired of this topic, I'm also tired of when this topic comes out. We always jump to why now? Why are they coming out now? Well, let me answer that question for you. The reason why a lot of women are coming out now is because of the Me Too movement. It's because they feel that, wow, I'm not in this alone. There are so many women that are in this together. So that's why a lot of females are coming out to speak. The reason why most of these women don't come out to speak are because of these comments. When they come out to speak, oh, they must be lying. Oh, why now? Oh, they probably want money. Oh, they probably want to bring a black man down. You know what I mean? We always jump and blame these victims, and it's not right. Yes, they are boneheads. They are boneheads in this movement. But that is not true. That is not 100% true. Right. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the real issue here. The real issue here is Morgan Freeman has been accused by over 8 people of sexual harassment. Let's focus on that topic.
Okay, but
let's focus on that.
But
Okay.
you realize that the allegation, none of these allegations is that he touched anybody.
Well,
simply because of what he said. That
there's one.
is my annoying. Listen, if it's because Bizon, and like I can't even talk about it because like really, dude. But this is just because of what he said. Are you kidding me?
One said he
Do you
reached
know-
out to
are
her
you
on the
kidding
way.
me?
And
So
the things that
why-
he said, guess what? Many of them has been captured on camera, and you see him saying these things. And you see
Exactly.
him
So
saying these things.
if he was confident enough to say it on camera,
that
then why do
means
you think he was
he
trying to
didn't
You know why?
sexually harass
You know why he was so comfortable to say it on camera? Because he's such a powerful man in Hollywood. Oh, y'all know you're not
know
going to air
what?
this. He had the power. No, listen. He had the power to tell the publicist, don't air that. What I just said, don't air it. So originally it wasn't aired. Originally this little clip that I saw was not aired.
But
and
do you
they
know
aired
that-
it because the whole news came back. He's a powerful man. He can tell
But do
them
you know
not
that
to,
there are
not to
still
air
some
it.
people that have naturally flirty attitude?
Well, check that.
Exactly.
Because that you cannot.
It's a normal
gotta
thing.
check it.
Some people they
You
compliment
know-
people too much.
you
It
know
becomes
what?
You gotta
flirty.
check it.
You know what?
That's
I'm
why he
going
could
to
do it on camera. I
You
think.
know what I'm going to do? You see how I joke with you all the time behind the scenes, team money. I'm definitely going to make sure I stop that because I see now that by the end of this
So
year,
you
when
think
my
I will
$10 million
accuse you?
come, you might just also bring the Me
When
Too
you are 10
movement.
million, I'll
because
be
I
1
joke
billion,
with him
don't worry.
verbally all the time.
Exactly.
It's when you're
I do
working
it
with
too
people, we
sometimes.
joke. Like it's a joke.
You know what?
It's
This is-
things that
this
are not
is real
supposed
funny
to
to
be
me
taken
because
serious.
I
Seriously.
just did a piece.
But can I also establish a theory from this? Just like Odera said one time, that whites speak later. Fine, I know that the Me Too movement is helping people speak.
Yeah.
But I know that a lot of people are sucking out of this opportunity. Because if anything like that actually did happen at that time, they kept quiet, not because they couldn't speak, but because they wanted favors.
No.
Call me the devil's advocate.
all of them.
But most people in this entertainment industry know what happens. They actually know what goes down there. But some of them go through the process so they could climb, milk up the process, become successful, have a voice, and then think of a better way of becoming more successful by attacking
That's
these
how
big
you
people.
look
Okay,
at it.
but no,
That's
no,
how
no,
you
but
look
okay,
at
see,
it.
I get
Sexual
what- I get
That's
what-
how you look at it.
I get
Even when
what-
the audio came out with Harvey Weinstein, remember what he said?
What did he say?
said, I do this all the time. It's okay. Nobody's going to know. If you say something, this is what's going to happen to you. So these men in power threaten these women. If you say something, you're not going to ever work in Hollywood. Trust me. They tell them these things.
So
they
how
put,
about you say
they
something
put-
and walk
they
away?
Put, hold
So
on. You
Morgan
get,
Freeman
hold
said
on,
all that
hold
on the
on.
video.
That's not. Did I say that?
Well, I'm just asking. I asked you. I didn't say you said I asked
let me
you.
finish with what I have to say. I'm saying most of these women put this men put fear in them. If you say something, you're not going to work in Hollywood.
say something
because
and
guess
leave.
what? Hold on. Because guess what? I know everybody in Hollywood, so you're not going to be able to work. And these women. They are following their dreams. They want to be an actress, model. So if you tell them stuff like that, they're going to be. They're gonna fear, so they're not gonna say anything.
you're saying is
so that's
like-
where they are coming from.
It's like selling your soul because you want to be successful.
Thank you.
That's
And
how you look at
and
it.
then you've tasted the success, and all of a sudden you want to repent.
That's how you look
and
at
say,
it.
"Oh God,
Exactly.
forgive me, I
Okay,
sold
so
my
That's how you
soul."
look at it. I don't look at it like that.
That's another issue now. So it's like people, this thing happened in the industry. You be like, that man, he will be hugging you, he will be touching you. That man likes to, he will use that and rub his shoulder on your breast. So like people will know that this
They'll
is
tell
what
you.
happens, and you as knowing that goes into that environment. These things happen because you want to be seen as cool, because you've been warned, because you've heard that this is what happens, and something uncomfortable is said. You don't say anything then, but now that this happens, it's like, and I'm establishing that I'm just saying
Win-win
this
situation
and
for you.
exactly, I'm just establishing this because it's only about what he said. That means like if he's really like that, this is Hollywood. Obviously, other people would have known, other people would have gossiped about it. Word
It's
must
coming
have
out.
gotten out.
It's coming out.
Do you understand? Word must have gotten out. So people were okay with it to begin with.
It's coming out.
People were okay
This is just the
to
beginning of the
manage
story.
to be around it, to manage to and shine it and say, I'm gonna
And-
be
and
around
get
it.
so- and
This
become
takes me
successful.
back to Ghana. When even back in Africa, right? We have these teachers that will be messing with the students, and if you say something, I'm not gonna pass. I'm not gonna give you an A.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
say
Story
something,
like
and
that.
because they don't say anything doesn't mean they want that A. No. They don't say anything because they are scared. Even if you go home and you tell your mother will be like, oh, why were you in the room with the teacher alone? The mother will even blame the daughter for it. Most of these victims don't come out to say their stories because we how you call it? We blame them.
Blame them, bash
That's
them.
most of that's how it is. We have some people that will go in looking for it. Yes, I understand that, but most of it, the reason why the Me Too movement is here and it's here to stay and it's here to bring people like this allegedly down is because it's giving them power to talk, to speak up. And I'm here for it. I'm really, really here for it because we are getting to know things that in a million years we wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have known. So I'm really glad that this is going on. Me, I'm glad. I'm happy.
But all these people, do they take them through the famous successful lie detector test?
They
well,
should.
lie detector tests are not admittable
accurate,
in court.
at least to an extent.
People don't have to pass them.
And they're not admittable. They're not admittable in court. So I'm
here
not
for
sure
it.
if they put it to it. All I know is why are they taking so long? Why did you? If you're afraid of someone, and you feel like the person makes you feel so uncomfortable, why do you show up on set with that person?
Every time.
Why do you sit through a
Because you
3-hour
have to feed your
interview?
children.
No, you do not.
You have to pay
There's
your loans.
there's so many jobs. You get a job at Starbucks.
And you think the
Bloomingdale.
Starbucks manager
You
is
could
not harassing
do-
people?
You could do.
Allegedly? You can go
Listen.
anywhere because everywhere.
So that means everybody's harassing. So stay
yeah.
home. Stay home.
So everybody's harassing.
No, the idea of you just leaving and going get another job, thinking that job is gonna be so
Listen,
safe.
the
It's
problem-
not
Why
safe.
don't you speak up? You know you're contradicting yourself. You said that people don't speak up at that time because of victim blame, because they're scared. So
Yes.
you're telling me that they should stay,
No.
they shouldn't leave the job. So when you're uncomfortable, you're not going to say anything about it. You're going to stay there. Are you making
I
sense?
didn't say that. What I'm saying is, back then they couldn't speak up. Now that the Me Too movement is here, it's giving women
Okay, back
power.
then when
Yeah.
it was happening, why didn't they leave? If
Because they were so scared to speak up.
Why couldn't
People
they
don't
leave?
believe women.
You are telling me
People
that
don't
you're
believe
scared of
women
an old
until
man.
now.
Why couldn't they leave?
Do you know that a lot of people don't really believe women until like recently? Women did not have a lot of rights. Women
Why
did not have a
couldn't
lot
they
of truth.
leave,
I'm
Charlie?
telling you now.
I
Are your ears
I didn't
okay?
say tell anybody. Hi, I don't want to do the job
has a point.
anymore. I'm uncomfortable. I'm leaving.
Okay, as a woman, as an
Charlie
African,
has a
as
point.
a
Women
black
didn't
woman,
have
where
much
you
of a
going?
voice.
Wait, to another job?
Okay, so then it happens at that job. Where you going?
To another job.
So you're going to be hopping like a frog from
Well,
one job to the
see, that's my point. I would say something. Hello,
And guess
this
what?
man is
And guess what?
harassing
And guess
me.
what? If you say something back then, nobody's gonna believe you.
Fine.
Hey, so that's what I'm saying. So
fine and
now,
all right. That's
so
fine
now
and
people
all
are gonna
right. But then
believe you.
You're telling me that if everywhere you go to, so you should just stay at the first place and endure the harassment.
No, I'm not saying. I'm
What's
saying
this
thank
solution?
God.
Listen, if
I'm
you go
saying-
every single where and you get sexually harassed, let's say you've had 10 jobs, and every single 10 jobs you got sexually harassed, the problem is not the people, the problem is you. It's like,
you see this
it's
one
a
too.
fact. It's like
Look
being
at
in a
this one.
relationship.
Too
It's like,
sexy
look
for
at this
this
one.
job.
it's like,
sexiest person in the world?
it's like
Get
being,
over yourself,
it's
okay?
like being in a relationship with 10 men. If all 10 men beat you, sister, it's you. If you're in a relationship
disagree.
with 10 men and all
This
10
guy
men
is
cheated on
jumping
you,
bombs
it's
here.
all on you. It's a
disagree.
fact.
Please
And that's the
stop while you
problem.
are there.
Nobody
Stop.
likes to hear the truth.
bitter truth.
People don't like to hear the truth. Sometimes
The
the problem
bitter
is not other people,
truth.
it's you. I am not saying that that is the case
The
in this
problem
Morgan
are the
Freeman
monsters.
instance. Let me finish my statement. I sat down quietly and let you preach.
This one,
I'm not saying that that is the problem with the Morgan Freeman. I'm not saying that is it.
Yeah.
That is it. But in regards to what you guys are saying, that everywhere you go, you're getting sexually harassed.
There's
If
a
you had
problem.
10 jobs and all 10 jobs you got sexually harassed, the problem is you. It's the same. It's not like that's a fact.
Ladies, if you're
Simple
watching
as
right now,
that.
unless you have a sign, a billboard sign that says harass me, it is not your fault. Listen to me carefully. It is not your fault that these monsters are harassing you. If you go to 10 jobs and all them, they are monsters, they are animals, those are pigs. Okay? They are not harassing you. Say something, speak up. They are not harassing
Now
you.
you're
Please
saying
speak
say
up.
something.
But speak the
yes.
truth.
And you know why
Speak
we're
the
going to believe
truth.
them if they say something? The Me Too movement.
You
The
just
Me-
told them that nobody will believe them. People don't
Okay,
believe
so
women.
let me say it one
So
more
then
time
why
for
are
you
they-
to even understand.
why
I'm going
are
to say
they
it
saying-
very,
I don't
very
need
slow.
no understand because
What
I
I'm
don't get
saying
sexually
is-
What is
harassed.
happening?
What I'm
I do
saying
not
is-
get sexually. I've never
what
been
I'm
sexually
saying
harassed.
is-
Nobody says inappropriate comments
what
to me
I'm saying
because I don't
is-
tolerate no BS from
what I'm
nobody.
saying is-
I have walked away from
Back
jobs.
in the
I have
day-
walked away from thousands of dollars because I don't take no BS from nobody.
Yeah, that's
and the
your
problem
choice.
with
That's
the
your
generation,
choice.
like you've been saying, is everybody is so busy trying to be famous that people are not really living their lives. People are not out there educating themselves, being lawyers, being like doing anything else. Everybody either wants to be a nurse or wants to be a celebrity, wants to be an actor, wants to be a basketball player. That's what everybody wants to do.
And they
And
do
the real
anything
reason
just
these
to get
people
there.
don't speak up is because they will do anything to
Just to
do
get
that.
there.
Everybody
And
knew
that's
that
the
Bill
point I'm
Cosby was
making.
Bill
They're
Cosby.
benefiting-
Everybody
they're
in the
benefiting
industry.
from the harassment. That's what
Yeah.
I'm
Everybody
They
in the
take it
industry.
become
Exactly, they
successful,
endure
and
it
they still want to
for the
win
benefit
by
of what
accusing
is
somebody
going
of
on.
an
Do you
assault.
understand
That's
what
the
that's
win-win.
what
I don't understand what none of you are saying.
Okay, can I make my point? This is the point I'm trying to make. You're telling me that if you leave every job is going to harass you, so you should just
I didn't say that. Miss Thing said
No,
that.
you said this is the. I told you.
What did I
said.
say?
I said that
You
if
said
somebody
they have kids to
harasses
feed,
you,
they have family to
exactly,
feed.
that's why they stay, and
That's why they stayed back then.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
That's why they
and now
stayed.
they're speaking up because they have
Fine.
the Me Too movement.
That's why they stayed. But doesn't that cancel out whatever harassment you went through, seeing as you endured it to your benefit?
Come back to fight for it.
Exactly. You endured
swallowed it.
You
So forget about it.
You swallowed it because you were gaining from it. That's why I'm saying, so why now?
Why now?
You went through all
I
that.
answered the question. The reason why they're coming out
No,
now.
but you benefited. Are they going to give
so
back
just let it
everything
go.
that they
Okay,
benefit?
so back then, most of them did not have choices.
Wait.
Like we do now.
Wait.
Back then, most of them did not have choices.
Wait,
now
Charlie.
the Me Too movement has
Wait.
what do you say it?
Wait.
Gotten a
Giving
whole
them a
bunch
voice.
of money for people to get lawyers and
Wait.
And
stuff
also
like that
for
to
people
help
to
them.
scam other people.
Okay, Charlie. I need to
Yeah?
understand this.
Yeah,
I need to
yeah.
understand this. Fine. Way back then, right? Way back then, allegedly Morgan Freeman has sexually harassed somebody, right? This person did not leave the set, did not leave the job, and it was happening. This witness saw this thing happening. Two of them stayed. They kept on working.
Because you know why?
Because they have to
Because
feed
if you
their
say
children.
something, if you say something, you are done in this
Fine,
industry.
okay, fine.
You heard that you are done in this industry.
Yes.
So just like what Kanye West said, they had a choice. The choice they had was not to endure any abuse, but they chose to endure the abuse because they want to be in that industry. So therefore, they had a choice. They had a choice.
Let me finish where I'm getting.
I went to school, studied my ass off to be in this industry, to be in the entertainment industry, to be a director, to be a producer. And one old man will come and say that you are done in this industry. You want me to pack myself and go be a carpenter or go be a cook?
Okay,
So many people go to school for one thing and end up doing something else.
I need to understand what the end game for this is. So, fine, this person sexually harasses you way back then, right? You don't leave the job. You endure. You move on up in the job. You're collecting
Because
your
they felt like they didn't have a choice.
You're collecting your paychecks, you're leveling up in your career, you're getting the experience, you're meeting more people, you're moving forward, right? You've gotten what you wanted. You endured that supposed pain and suffering for a bigger cause, right? So you've gotten over it.
You've
Is
passed
there
that
any
test.
is there any psychological anything left to it again? So why now, after you've benefited from it, this like I want to establish, I'm not talking about the rape one. The rape one is inexcusable. This is just about speaking sexual misconduct. Why endure it? Why capitalize on it? And after you've gotten so far from enduring it, now you want to come and tattletale.
Because you know why?
Why?
Because
Don't tell me because
Wait,
of me
wait,
too.
let him
No,
know. Let him
because
answer.
allegedly he's still doing it. He's still doing it. He's still doing it with so many other girls. So
You
these
know
people,
why he's doing it?
Hold
Because
on.
the other people did not speak up.
Thank
That's why
you.
he's still doing
So
it.
then
you.
now
Yes.
speaking up is a
Yes.
problem.
Thank you.
Yes.
He's still doing it. So those people that endured it, like you said, those people that endured it, like you said, are coming out to say that, hey, ladies, hey, guys, watch out for these guys. These guys are out here harassing people, molesting people, raping people. I did it. I enjoyed it, but you don't have to. And this is where they are coming from. So I'll need you guys, you girls to understand
I
it.
just wanted to
Understand
understand.
it.
That's all I wanted to understand.
I would love it if
Me,
somebody
I
wants me
understand.
and say that, hey,
Me,
this
I
place you are
understand.
going, this is what happened
now
to me.
I understand.
I
That's why I was
understand,
breaking
because-
it down. I just needed to understand
Oh
what
my
the
God.
so
How long
like
did it take for you guys to understand
wait,
it?
wait, let me now arrive. So they are warning other people. Why do they have lawyers? That's my issue
Why do-
now.
what
Why
have
do these
lawyers?
people
Lawsuits.
exactly why are they suing now? Why do they have lawyers now?
Because they want to
If
make
it's
more
such
money.
a warning, why do they have lawyers? If they endured, you don't have to endure. Shouldn't that just be the message? Just listen, you understand that you can out somebody without making it a legal issue, right?
Or they're right. If
Right.
somebody tells you, don't speak or else you are done, that's a threat. And if you say that to me, I'm getting a lawyer.
But he didn't say that.
I'm getting a
Charlie,
lawyer.
But Morgan Freeman didn't
this
say
guy-
that.
Don't tell anybody I said this to you.
No, this
But Morgan Freeman didn't
I'm
threaten
not saying
anybody.
Morgan Freeman, but this man in power, that's what they're doing. This man in power, that's what they're doing.
We're talking about now.
This man in power.
Morgan Freeman is what we're talking
The
about
topic
now.
is not all about Morgan
Angel,
Freeman.
a whole Jesus voice. Come on.
So, but let me just say
The
something
lesson
before
here
you guys
is
forget.
even Jesus'
I'm on
voice,
the
you have to be
table.
careful of.
Before
That's
you
the
forget, I'm on
lesson
the
here.
table. The only thing I'm saying is it's a win-win for these ladies. they endured and became successful.
Not all of them became successful.
If I have, I will blow you. If I have an experience, I'm just kidding. If I have an experience and it's a bitter experience,
Physical abuse going on.
exactly, and I don't want the people under me, the kids, to face that. There's a different way I can pass the message to them.
What is it? Give me
With
an
my
example.
voice. I don't have to go and sue that person that I actually endured and let him do what he wanted because I wanted to blow in music.
Listen, not all of them are suing.
Then I
They're
blow.
just telling
Then
their
after I become
story.
successful, then I come with my lawyer to make more money, to accuse him of what he did that last time that I agreed on. Not all cases, Sha. So maybe we're taking advantage of. But there's a different way I can pass the message if I really want to stop it.
Listen,
To be honest with you, right now, whoever these women are, they're still blacklisted in Hollywood. Because honestly, now that I'm saying that sexual misconduct is okay, with the exception of the one where she claims he lifted the skirt,
Right.
if he was just making like jokes, I really think that these girls have taken it to another level. That's my personal opinion. Except for the one where he physically touched
when
the
you
skirt.
physically
And
enter
to be
anybody's
honest with you,
space.
if I was a producer, I would not want none of those women on my set. Because you're making me feel uncomfortable. I'm a person, I like to joke. Like, you guys know me. I joke so much. So now you're making me feel like you're on my set. I have to watch everything that I
as much
say and
as
everything
you
that I
joke,
do.
As much as you joke, when you cross the line, guess what? I'm gonna let you know.
Exactly.
I'm
You're gonna let me know.
That's it.
No, I'm gonna let you know.
Why? Don't
I'm
keep
gonna
quiet.
let you
Let
get
me
a
know.
lawyer
Because
to sue me?
she doesn't have power over me. She doesn't have power over me. So I'm gonna let you know.
Okay,
but
let
there are
me
so
ask you
many
a question
women
right now.
in
If
position.
our boss, our producer, if the producer Mina TV said something that made you uncomfortable,
I'm gonna
being that she is a very successful woman and with everything
And
she
she can
owns and
take
everything
you
that she
places.
has, and she can take you places and she can destroy your career in the
Yes.
African
Yes.
media TV. Are you going to let her know? Are you going to get Lisa Bloom to come and sue
I'm
her?
gonna let her know
Exactly.
because of the relationship that I have with her.
Right.
Exactly.
No,
So
but
don't you think
there's
that
a-
these people
but
have
this-
relationships with this man?
They probably don't have that kind of relationship.
What do you mean they don't have? Anytime you go on a set and you're working, no matter what, you have some type of relationship. You're saying good morning. You're saying hello.
Yeah,
you're
but
working on set with the
Is
person
this
every
girl
day.
serious right now?
I am very
If I'm saying they
serious.
don't have that type of openness, you can say hello, but not be open to somebody. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. The
Yes, it
person
does
is
matter.
coming. Let me
Yes,
tell you
it does
something. Do you know
matter.
how many people interview for a job? How many people audition for a role in a movie theater? When somebody hires you, every single one of us sitting here, we're sitting here because our producer believes in us, because the person that's in charge, and it goes the same for
Yeah,
any
but in a
job.
professional
Hold on
way.
a second. I have had several jobs.
Oh my God, I'm sick and tired of all the jobs that you
Okay,
have.
I don't care.
I
I'm
gotta
not
go.
going
We
to-
gotta
Let me
go.
make my point. Let me finish my point. Whether it's a corporate job that I had, a PR job, an events job, whoever has hired me, people don't hire you just because of your credentials. Let me break that down to you. People hire you because they like you. They like your vibe. They like your spirit. It's not just about credentials. So for you to be
They
given
like that
such an
you can work with
opportunity
other
and for you to
people.
throw it back in the person's face because they made a sexual joke or they made a racist joke and you're going to get a lawyer, I'm not saying don't check them. You can check them, but if you're going to bring it out publicly, get a lawyer. I'm sorry, I do not want to be around anybody like that. Don't even enter my space. Stay far, far away from me because you can bring me a lot of problems. Because let's not all sit here and say we don't joke. Let's not all sit here and we don't
And
say
act like
certain
we're all
things. That's
perfect.
being honest. Nobody is perfect. The only rule is you never touch anybody. That's the only rule. But in terms of saying things, I can say whatever I want to say. I can say, damn, Charlie, you look mad sexy. What's wrong with me saying that? That's sexual harassment. If I say, oh my God, Charlie,
continue
I
saying
like
that.
your lips.
So go
I
around,
like your
go
lips. I
around,
wonder what your lips can
go
do.
around.
Is that sexual harassment?
Go around and say all of that to the people, but I have to hear what they have to say as well. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on this topic. It really got heated. I don't know what they're saying, but
Yes,
what I'm
for
saying
president.
is, until
Yes.
next time you're watching the
And
ABS
there
show.
is my vibe.
Bye.
And you're going to be the treasurer.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.